Hi, and welcome to my tarot video of the week. So instead of doing tarot readings, what I'm doing is actually teaching about different tarot cards. So this card that I picked this week, every week I have a theme, and I will teach on a different subject. So I also teach online belly dance classes, and I pick specific songs that have to do with like specific self-care, mental health topics. So my dance video of the week is linked right there, and it's by Foy Vance, and it's called Shed a Little Light. So I can find you, don't let darkness hide you from my face, which I think is really beautiful. It really spoke to me the first time I heard that song. I have experienced depression many times in my life, and I would say that that experience of darkness weighing on you and trying to stop you from shining your light is like a perfect way to describe the experience of depression. So I wanted to address that a little bit. So this is the Page of Wands. In my deck, it's called the Princess of Wands because it has kind of like a feminine spin. And this card is all about being brave enough to open your heart and live from the heart, and being brave enough to be vulnerable with that. So it says here, this princess is connected to her open heart. Her surroundings are a part of her. She's in energetic harmony with the pulse of the world. Her message is not to open your heart, but to lead with it. So like, there's gonna be darkness in the world. There are gonna be hurts, but that doesn't mean that you should hide your light in response to it. It means that you should respond to it by opening your heart, leading with it, and shining your light in that way. There's a little meditation in here that I'd like to do. So just take a couple deep breaths with me. Feel your energy coming into your body. And when I say that, what I mean is like turn off your mind. Just get it to stop racing for a minute. Whatever it is you're multitasking about and thinking about right now, just put it aside for a hot minute. This is one of the really important things about mindfulness, is being able to slow down and observe without engaging with, judging, and all of the emotional steps that come from that. Observing your thoughts rather than engaging with them. That's what that means. So that's what I want you to do, is just like turn that brain off. Mind. You can't turn your brain off. You need it to keep breathing. Oh, just a little science joke there. Just take some deep breaths, inhale and exhale. Step into the energy of feeling no judgment. There's a natural uncertainty that is going to come from transitioning, from sending a message out of I need to feel safe and therefore you need to do X, Y, Z, to just opening your heart to what is around. Because the truth is also, the thing about darkness and depression is that it convinces us that everything has that tone and that quality to it of depression, which is restriction and fear and shame, self-loathing, all those kinds of things. I have theories that we can talk about another day about the source of depression. I have a background in neuroscience, and I was a registered nurse for many years, so I understand the chemistry of how depression happens. But at the end of the day, I'm a Reiki master and an embodied feminine mystic. And like, I really believe that depression is a spiritual disease. In my experience with having had it, like, that doesn't mean that chemical imbalances aren't there. It means that for me, my depression happens when I allow voices in my head to convince me that I'm not good enough, and that is the prevailing story about my life. But in actuality, like, another way to and it doesn't necessarily mean that that's not true, or that your fear or your shame or your guilt or whatever put you in that place is not valid. It's very important to look at it and not bypass, but it's also equally important to make the conscious decision to not let that be the story that you define yourself with. Okay? Like, for example, I could say I've been hurt many times in the past, and when I go out in public, like, I have really unpleasant interactions because everyone is stressed to the max and people aren't nice. But that doesn't actually mean that that's what happens every single time. That's me remembering and focusing on the negative. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to go out of the house one day and have a great experience. But if you let the depression convince you, the energy of depression convince you that only the negative is possible, then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So just because you've been hurt is not a reason to close yourself off to the light or to shining your heart with the people in your life, okay? Having the experience of emotional pain means look at it, where did it come from, what is resonating in me with it, what can I do about it, and then when you're finished all that shadow work and, you know, being inside your house and snuggling under a blanket and journaling and figuring it all out, reaching out to people like me for tarot readings and distance Reiki, you go back out into the world, put back together, leading with love, because that's how we're meant to live. We're not supposed to be ruled by fear, and I feel very, very strongly about that. Anyways, so that's my little lecture for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. So all of the links to find out more about me are in the description box below. Again, my name is Jill. I teach online belly dance classes. I do distance Reiki and tarot readings online over Zoom with you. I am teaching a 4-week online belly dance course in August. The link is also there below the video. And I am all about embodied femininity as a way to help us out of the mental stress and distress that we experience on a daily basis. As I mentioned in this video, I have experienced depression and anxiety since I was a teenager, and I understand them very well. I have done all of the healthy lifestyle suggestions required to keep depression under control. I have a good support system. I eat well, I get enough sleep, I exercise, I do the journaling, I do the self-care, like all of the physical and mental components of living with depression were already a part of my life. But what really was a game changer for me was actually when I learned to belly dance, and it's because the embodiment factor and the spirituality is missing from the Western biomedical model's approach to health and wellness. And learning to having fun in dance class actually taught me, because belly dance is such a feminine dance, it taught me how to embrace my vulnerability and my femininity, which is not a common thing that you're going to see in Western society or outside of spiritual circles, healthy spiritual circles. So yeah, belly dance was sort of like my gateway drug to my spiritual awakening. That's what I like to tell people. And so that's my story about that. So I offer all 3 of those things. Belly dance is a way to help you embody and meet your feminine and learn to love yourself in a way where you're kind of distracted and you're just having fun with the physical workout. And then these mental health videos are sort of to kind of like explain the concepts that I have come to synthesize myself over the years between being a registered nurse, working in community health and mental health, and having my own experiences with depression and anxiety. And then finally, the last layer of that is putting what I've learned through tarot and the world of spirituality and my own experiences with doing Reiki on myself, putting it all together. So that's my story. That's who I am. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to learn more, even more about me, you're ready to join the community, please do like, share, and subscribe this video. You can also sign up for my newsletter. The link is in the video below. Have a great day.